So the first thing you're going to ask me is, this supposed to be Tironan's Unfriendly Skies, and you've got warships here. And you're going to wonder what the heck I'm doing. Well, that's kind of simple. I really want to talk about cooperative gameplay and its lack of presence in World of Warplanes. And so I'm going to run something up here. I'll get myself blown up real quick so I can get back to World of Warplanes. Don't worry about it. You're not going to see that much of it, but um, we'll move on from there. But the point is that World of Warships has a cooperative mode, it has scenario modes where you and your friends can get together and play as a team. And that does not exist in World of Warplanes. And that makes me wonder, why not? Now, don't get me wrong, I love PvP. I would not have over 5,000 stinking videos of me in PvP if I did not love PvP. I love PvP. All right, let's get that question out of the way right now. But there are times when you just want to go with your friends and play against something as a group. Or you want to tackle something new, or you want to try a new ship or a new aircraft. None of which you can do in World of Warplanes except at the test deal. Okay, well, that's nice. Testing is testing, and that's fine. And certainly, I will say hats off to World of Warplanes for making test mode available from day one in beta. They really did. Okay, you want to play against robots, trying to try out different scenarios with it, so forth and so on. You can do that. And that was not true of World of Warplanes, where you had to do all sorts of, or World of Warships, where you had to do all sorts of conniving around and open up test rooms and run batch files and all that sort of stuff. And you had to redo it over and over again. That's changed, but for a long time in World of Warships, that's what was going on. Now, I don't really care what's going on in the game here. That's not why I have this game going on. It's just to show you that it exists in World of Warships. I think it has a place in World of Warplanes. It's a time that you can get together with your clans or your friends and do something cooperatively. You can have 4, 5, 6 people together on your Discord server, or your TeamSpeak, or your Tribal Talk, or whatever the heck you got going here, and you can just have a good time together. And it gives you more options, and I think will attract more players to World of Warplanes. You know, if you want to get together, now there's nothing to stop you from doing that in test, but of course there's no rewards for it, and very quickly people are going to say, well, I'm not getting anything out of this at all. Who cares? You know, why am I doing this? Yeah, okay, fine. But it's something that has a place within World of Warplanes, I think. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any time at all, you know that I very much feel like, I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm flat wrong. We all are. We're human beings. We make mistakes. We get out there in left field, and I don't care who you are. I've seen it happen with innumerable people over the course of my life. Well, that doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent. It just is. So what I'm saying here is, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me your thoughts. It's always welcome. But I'll tell you what I don't have a whole lot of use for is, the stagnation in the game. The World of Warplanes is still changing, but this is something I think that would really be helpful. Why not have it? Why not do this for the players? Okay? Don't get me wrong. The Holiday Maneuvers Candy Crush Road thing was great. Gave gives people something to do besides, to concentrate on, have fun with, and that's fine. But this would be a permanent addition to the game. Okay, so let's get back to hallowed ground here. It's not really hallowed ground, please understand I'm being facetious. But you see where I'm heading with this. In the game, as it sits right now, you PvP, you go to the test room, and those are your two choices. Now, there's another mode in World of Warships where it's a thing called a scenario. When you go in and you can play the game with your ship on they have Rescue the Raptor, which is an aircraft carrier. And you go on with your ships and you try to rescue the aircraft carrier. And you're up against some pretty stiff odds. And believe it or not, the robots can get pretty vicious. And it can be tough. And they had a Dunkirk scenario over, where you actually had to go in and rescue the troops and bring them back. And that was a very tough scenario, especially you got the free captain if you got the top, you fulfilled all the conditions as a group. And it's fascinating. I remember spending 3 or 4 days with my clan trying to get the perfect deal put together. And, yeah, it was frustrating. Yeah, there was a sheer amount of grind, but had a lot of fun as a clan or with your friends. It gave you something else to do, something that was fun, something you could have a good time with. Why not? And they hung a free captain out there. In our case, it'd be a free pilot. Those sorts of things are permanent additions to the game. You get 5 or 6 scenarios, you put them together, and you can go after them as a clan or with your friends. Get on Discord and try out different scenarios or different ships or different aircraft. It's something added to the game that enhances its fun and its functionality. You don't always have to PvP on the same maps in the same way with the same aircraft over and over again. It gives you other choices. So why don't we have that? Why is that so hard for World of Warplanes to put in? Don't get me wrong, I am grateful for the holiday maneuvers. I am grateful for the shores of Avalon and Albion or whatever they called it. I am grateful for all that. Please understand, I am. They put a lot of work in putting the British multi-op fighters in, multi-operations fighters in. And I'm grateful for that. I have a Seahawk. That's not a mistake. Had a lot of fun with that. Can't wait for the Hunter to show up. And that will be showing up after Holiday Maneuvers is over. That gives you something to really try for. And that's great. And they're good aircraft. And they're fun. And I'm not taking anything away from that. But having fun with your friends, and in this point, I will say it would be nice to be able to have all your clanmates or all your friends in one battle against robots. It would give you something fun to do. And that's not saying anything about the game as it is. It's just another option. Things that would enhance the game. And it doesn't seem like it would be that difficult for us to implement on this game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's, a major programming step and getting more than 2 players together is really hard in this particular game. I don't know. I think it's worth pursuing. But I don't know. If you're asking me, is life good and in the game right now, yeah, we have more human players than we've ever had, and lots of them, and lots of hard playing. But we don't have a way to bring players together better. I think it's worth pursuing. I don't know. I'm not the expert in the world, but I think it would drive more interest into the game. And I really want to hear your thoughts. What would make this game better? That's my suggestion. Is get multi-op and scenario-based games that people can play against a set opposition. Is it going to be the be-all and the end-all of the game? No, it shouldn't be. This is a PvP-based game. But it gives you something else to have fun with. And the more fun you're having in this game, the more people will play it, the more money that World of Warplanes is going to make. And in this age, monetization this and monetization that, and, you know, I got to say that that you can play this game and never spend a dime. And I will hand it to World of War games that they do a very good job of that you spend money on exactly what you want to spend money on, or you don't spend it at all. As opposed to paying $60 for a AAA game and then find out that you can't really. The gaming industry's a little sick right now if you haven't been paying a whole lot of attention. World of Warplanes does it right. You don't have to pay a dime if you don't want to. And you can pay through the nose and have everything you want. That's on you. They make it very clear when you're spending money or you're not spending money. Okay. But cooperative gameplay, scenario-based, like the Rescue Raptor thing in this game, I feel would add a lot. And I really want to know what you think about it. Remember to like the game, to subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, you can do so on the channel main page. And until then, I want you guys to be safe out there. I want to see you tomorrow. Life is precious, sweet, and short. Y'all have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.